Captain. I'm the Board Game Captain, and today I'm going to be doing this preview and tutorial video to show you this new game by Reiner Knizia called Chartae. Now, this game is being published by my friends over at XV Games over in Italy, and XV Games has been very good and sent us a lot of stuff to do content with lately. Friends of the channel, thank you guys very much. And XV Games sent us a PDF to print and play and try out Chartae, which is a game that they are going to be producing, designed by Reiner Knizia, and the plan right now is to release the game at Essen later this year. That's 2019. So hopefully, if everything goes according to plan, this game will be available for purchase after Essen this year. Now, I'm going to, of course, as I do with all preview videos, I'm going to show you how to play the game. I'm going to talk about the specifics of it, but I'm not going to rate it because I obviously do not have final components. I printed this out on cardstock, and I'm going to be using my cardstock components. But I can talk a little bit about the art style and such. And so let's start off with, this game is a two-player game. It is listed as 10 minutes for ages 7 and up, and the entire game consists of 9 tiles. So now let's start there. So 2 players is not a whole lot to talk about there. It's a 2-player game. The 10 minutes, actually pretty accurate. This is a very fast game. I would say after a couple of plays, you're even going to be down to like 7 or less minutes. It's actually really quick. Ages 7 and up is probably a pretty good estimate also, only because even though there's a crazy amount of depth to this game, and an experienced player would definitely be able to easily defeat, say, a 7-year-old playing the game, 2 7-year-olds on an even keel would have no trouble learning this game and playing it. The rules are quite simple. The rules of the game, in fact, are 1 page. So now, without much further ado, I just want to talk a little bit about the theme. So the theme is that you are 2 cartographers and you are fighting over the drawing of a new map of a new discovered area. And one player is trying to get the largest amount of connected tiles through water, while the other player is getting the largest amount of connected tiles through land. So the theme is it's there, but it's not huge. It's really much more about the mechanics as it normally is with Reiner Knizia games. So I'm going to take you over to the table, and I'm going to show you how to play an entire game of this. And then we're going to come back. I'm going to talk about how this game feels and how it plays, and who I would recommend this game to. Which one of you guys out there should be excited about this upcoming game from Reiner Knizia that is being released at 2019 Essen Spiel. So let's head to the table. Okay, so the first thing you have to do to set up Reiner Knizia's Chartae is take the 1 tile with the windrows on it, shown here, and put it out in the middle of the table. Then you have to take the rest of the tiles, the other 8 of them, shuffle them up and put them in a stack face up, but you can only see, of course, what the next one will be. After that, each player must choose if they want to represent land or sea. Lynn, which would you like to be?
Sea. Okay,
so I will be representing land. And then you decide who goes first. Now, Lynn, I will give you the option. Would you like to go first or second?
First.
Okay, so now while playing, the idea is to try to connect as many tiles as you slowly grow out what will become a 3x3 grid, as many tiles as possible linked with your type of terrain, whether it be land or sea. So when you are they can only link side to side. So if I put this piece here with the land on the side touching both here, it would link up to the land there. They cannot link corner to corner. You either play a piece, in which case you can put it out touching side to side with a piece already on the board, anywhere you like, and you can turn it to face any which way you like, or you can choose one piece on the board to turn 90 degrees clockwise, like so. I could turn this 90 degrees clockwise if I wanted. Now, if both players choose to do that in a row, the very next player to play after both players have turned a tile clockwise must take and place a piece. So you can never turn pieces 3 turns in a row. It's not allowed by the rules. When playing pieces out, if the board winds up either 3 tiles wide or 3 tiles tall, you are no longer allowed to expand in that direction, whether it be vertical or horizontal, any longer, because the maximum size of the board will be 3 by 3. You play until the final piece is played, and then you check to see who has the largest number of tiles with their type of terrain continuing through all of them. In the case of a tie, the player who played last will lose. Without any further ado, since you're starting us, you said you're going to start us off, right? Mm-hmm. Go right ahead. So Lynn's going to take that first tile there. And there we go. Place it. Now, this is a really good move because if I were to try to turn this, it's still going to be touching the stake. So I'm going to take this tile here, and I'm going to place it there. Fix the stack there a little bit. Well, that wasn't very nice. Okay, let's see here. That was a good move, though. That was a very good move. I'm going to... I'm going to take this piece here and place it there. Okay, I'm going to turn this piece here. Of course you did. Well, then I have to place a piece, don't I? Okay. I'm going to take this piece and place it there. Okay, so now we will check to see our largest area. So having a look around the board, I only have 3. I've got 3 here connected with land, and I've got 3 here. Oh, 4. Oh, no, I have 4. So 4 is my largest connection together. So what do you have as your largest?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Wow, you kicked my butt on that one. Way to go. All right, so that is a full game of Chartae. And as you see, there's a lot of strategy in trying to optimize when to do the turns, because if you can do them at the right time, after your opponent does, after a second turn, your opponent gets stuck and has to put something out, which Lynn trapped me in that way several times during this game, to the point where she was able to optimize her largest amount of connected C, while I was not able to optimize the largest amount of connected land. So now we're going to head back and we're going to talk about how this game feels, and we're going to tell who we would recommend this game to. Okay, so that was how you play a game of Chartae. Now, the first thing I want to talk about, now I know I do not have final components here, but I do have the art, which I think will be final. I mean, just about everything in here is subject to change, but I hope they don't change too much, because I love the classic map style with the monsters in the water and the ships and all sorts of cool things on them. These tiles, the art style is really cool, and I'm really digging on the whole classic hand-drawn map feel to them. Let's show one more there. Now, the game sits in a very interesting place. So this feels like a game that is 5 minutes to learn, a lifetime to master, but most games that you would say that about are abstract strategy games and also complete information games. Now, the gameplay is abstract, but this is a tile-laying game, and this is not a complete information game. You do shuffle up 8 of the 9 tiles, and you only know what the top one is. So there is some capability for card counting if you're good at that, because once you get used to what tiles are out there, and you're down to 2 or 3 tiles, you know what's left at the bottom of the stack. So there definitely is a learning curve on this one. I think this is another good one where you can really easily plan out, learn to plan out moves 2 and 3 moves ahead of time, which is a great game for introducing which makes it a great game for introducing kids to that concept, because with more advanced games like chess, it can be a lot harder to learn to plan 2 and 3 moves out. This is a kind of game that makes it a lot easier to do that. So who's going to like this game? Well, number one, it's at its core, it is an abstract tile laying game. So if you are a fan of tile laying games, you should probably be interested in this. Number two, it's got that charm of a 5 minutes to learn, lifetime to master. If you enjoy that sort of game, the 5 minutes to learn, lifetime to master game, then this could be the game for you. There's a very interesting dynamic here with counting moves and planning ahead and picking when you're going to do your turns, because only 2 turns can happen in a row. And then someone has to place a tile, but after they place that tile, you can do a turn again. And it's like, ooh, I tricked it. So you did a turn first, then I did a turn, then you had to place a tile, then I got to do another turn. And if you plan it right, you're going to wind up with more of your connected terrain type, either land or sea, than your opponent. Also, this is a very small footprint game, and this is something I very much like about this. I really enjoy games that I can bring with me to the pub or coffee house. And this is definitely something that will be added to my pub or coffee house list once it comes out, because of how small it is and how portable it is. It makes for a really great game that you can bring with you on the go and play anywhere, really. So if all of those things sound interesting to you, if the simplicity of the rules but the depth of the strategy and the tactics sound interesting to you, if the look of the classic map artwork on the tiles sound interesting to you, I would recommend you check this out when it comes out this fall. So again, that is Chartae by Reiner Knizia, being published by XV Games. Current plan for it to be released this autumn at Essen Spiel. And I gotta play this some more, because there's a lot that I keep, the game's rules are quite simple, but there's a lot that as I play this slowly reveals itself to me. And I'm not very good at it yet, but I want to play it more to get better at it. And this is one I definitely got to play with Alex, because I know he would really like this one. So there you have it. So if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, either on this video or on the game of Chartae, feel free to put them in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed watching this preview and tutorial video, feel free to give it a like, share it on all forms of social media, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to the Boardgame Kaptain. That's Captain spelled with a K on YouTube. And hit that little bell icon on my channel so you get updates every time I upload a new video. And until next time, game on.